Hey, welcome back to College Profits. Again, I'm Sharita.
I'm Christopher.
And we're going to start this segment off with the new bats in college baseball.
Indeed.
So they're taking the aluminum bats in baseball and trying to make them closer in production to the wooden bats as in the professional leagues. So with the new bats, the sweet spot has shrunk. And the hitters, usually with those other bats, they would hit and it would be home runs after home run after home run. There was a lot of offensive plays going on with the aluminum bats. And it was about 7 runs per game, average 7 runs per game, which is a lot in baseball. And now they're trying to make it more so that it's an actual game, it's really competitive, and players are getting back into the fundamentals of baseball.
It's definitely having an effect on the game. It really has. Home runs are down, runs are down, and the NCAA it used to be called the BESR. It was it's ball exit speed ratio that they used to use for measuring a bat and regulating which kind of bats they use. And now they've chucked that for the BCCOR, which is bat. Let me just make sure I have this right. Ball bat coefficient restitution. Anyway, say that 5 times fast. So it's kind of measuring the trampoline effect, of which when the ball hits the bat, how it jumps off of it.
Right.
Does it jump off kind of dead, or does it really? And those old bats, that baby was humming. So some Joe Schmo who's about 5'5" can knock one clean out the park with one of those bats. But those days they're over.
Yeah.
So the little guy, nothing but singles and doubles for you, baby.
Right. So it's gonna make it more competitive and more kind of realistic. And now the pitchers can take pitching to a whole nother. Where they supposed to be, because in college you have to pitch differently because the hitters hit the ball way out the park, with little effort. But now they can take it to their full potential and pitch the way they would pitch if they were getting to the MLB.
I think it helps scouts and evaluators because since the bats are getting closer and closer to similar to wood in the MLB, you'll know, all right, we know who can hit, and we know who's just, that bat's really helping this cause.
Exactly.
So, and then also, one of the reasons I heard for the changes is just for pitcher safety and for infielder safety.
Right, it is a lot safer.
These balls hitting off these old bats, rocking in towards them. They hit you in the dome or they hit you somewhere, hey, you're going to be feeling, you're in a world of hurt, Joe. So.
And another thing is, when you have mistakes, they kind of get pushed aside with all the high scores. So, now your mistakes are out there and you're going to have to play for real. Yeah, and coaches feel a little different way about it too because they didn't recruit for this new system. So they feel like their pitchers, their team, they got to do a lot of rearranging and a lot of different types of practice because this is it's a new season.
It's very similar to how in the major leagues after the crackdown on performance enhancing drugs, how the game is changing now. Now instead of power and waiting on the 3-run homer, it's now more base stealing, more bunting. The game is getting quicker. Speed is more of a premium and more of an asset that you want to get on your team. And the same thing is really going to happen to college and high schools with the changing of the bats, where speed and getting run movement, getting movement runners. So
I think it'll be more fun.
I think so too.
I think it'll be a lot more interesting and a lot more action going on besides just hitting it out and home runs all day long.
Managers got to do a little bit more work. They would love to have as few decisions as possible. Let's just wait on the 3-run bop. But hey, if you gotta, for a guy to run, hey, it's not gonna kill you.
More coaching, real coaching, real playing, which is awesome.
Indeed.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of College Profits. Be sure to check in at 6:30, 8:30, and 10:30 at atl4-sportsvision.com.
Or you can follow us on Twitter at ASVTV Network.
Thanks so much for supporting us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.